How's it going, everyone? This is Kevin. Today I want to bring along with me to talk about the best gift guide for a content creator this holiday season. So let's jump right into it. As we all know, the holiday season is fast approaching, and so are the nice sales that come with it. So I'm going to give you the best guide that I think would be great for a content creator that you're trying to give a gift to, and I think it's not going to break the bank. So I'm going to go down through the list that I got, and I hope it helps you out today. The first thing that I want to cover is filters. We're going to talk about a variable ND filter. The personal one that I have is the Moment Variable ND 2 to 5 stops. It's a great variable ND filter because it does not provide any color shift. It also has very minimal vignetting when it comes down to a wide focal length of a lens. This filter has been phenomenal when it comes down to using it for video and photography, so it's something that I do highly recommend to a lot of people. It also doesn't break the bank when it comes down to the price point, which is reasonably priced at about $150 depending on the filter thread size. A lot of the more premium ones that I see that compete with it honestly are mostly in the 200 plus range, so I think this is a great buy, and I think it would be a phenomenal gift for somebody that's wanting to dive more into video or doing long exposure with photography. The next filter that we're going to cover is the Moment Cinebloom Diffusion Filter. I chose the 10% because I feel like it's a sweet spot compared between the 5 and the 20, where it doesn't give you too much of a highlight kind of bloom, but it also is very nice and just subtle, that it just creates a lot softer lights that make a lot of sense when it comes down to photo and video taking. This is something that I use personally on all my lenses, and I honestly believe that it's one of the best filters to have, especially if you're just wanting to shoot photos or video. It just creates a nice softer look, which I think is phenomenal when it comes down to doing any kind of photo or video taking. The person that gets this gift, I think, will enjoy it a lot because I know personally that I've enjoyed it so much, so I thought it would be a great addition to the list. Another great filter that I think would be phenomenal to have for a photographer and or videographer is a circular polarizer filter. I also chose the Moment because I've been using them honestly the most, because I've noticed that for the bang for the buck, it just makes a lot of sense. The circular polarizer from Moment has a really great feel, and you can kind of turn it around to make sure that you get all that nice glare reflection off of the subject that you're trying to get, whether it's through a window or a car. It's really nice, and for the price point, you can't really beat it in my honest opinion. Now, one thing that you're going to have to consider with gifting filters is going to have to be the thread sizes that your friend or whomever you're gifting to has. It can range from a 67 millimeter all the way to an 82 and so on, maybe a little bit below, in between, who knows. So that's something that you want to maybe check out with them. But the cool thing is that you can do is get maybe the highest thread size that you know that they might have and get one of these cool step-up rings. Step-up rings do really wonderful things because you're able to simply just use one filter to all your other types of lenses. I do this personally when it comes down to my lenses. I have a 67 millimeter thread lens, which is what I use for a lot of vlogging and or, you know, just kind of on the go type of shooting. But then also my Tamron 35 to 150 lens, which is more my main shooter for photos and video, has an 82 millimeter thread size. So what I personally do is have a step-up ring where I can fit that 82 millimeter filter size into my 67 millimeter, so I'm not wasting any money, and it's also a great way to save on having more filters and money as well in the long run. These type of step-up rings only run you a couple dollars, probably like about 10 to 15 depending how many you want to get, and I think it's a great gift to give somebody if you're wanting to pair it up with the filters that I talked about, or just as a gift alone as a little bit of a small gift. And now moving on to where are you going to be hosting your lens filters? Having a nice lens filter case is phenomenal to have because you're wanting to have a good structure to basically cover your filters where they won't get destroyed. Having all these filters are very delicate because, well, they're glass and they're fairly thin, so you never want anything to just bump it in your bag and break them. So a good gift to give is a lens filter case to make sure that nothing breaks those filters. The one that I personally use is the Nomadic Peter McKinnon version lens filter case, but you don't have to go with something this expensive. I know it's a little bit more in the price range, coming in around $45. So depending on the sales, you might get it on a nice little kind of kickback where you can get it lower. But if you don't, I'm going to put two types of lens filter cases, the Nomadic one and another one as an alternative down below in the description as well. So now we're going to talk about something very important when it comes down to your video making friends. It is microphones. Today I'm going to be talking about the Rode Video Micro and also the wireless Synco microphones that you can get. Now for the Rode Video Micro, it comes at around $49. Sometimes you can get them for cheaper, sometimes you can get them with other accessories, but I think this microphone is a great microphone that helps step up your your production quality, to have phenomenal sound, and also not break the bank. The cool thing about it is for the size of it packs a punch, which you're able to really capture phenomenal sound so that you're not missing a beat when it comes down to your video making, because we all know that sound is very important when it comes down to video. You're more than likely able to withstand a crappy quality video but with great sound, and not having to withstand a great looking video with crappy sound. So I think gifting a nice little microphone like the Rode Video Micro is great. But also the Synco wireless microphone, it is a phenomenal wireless microphone to have, because you're able to really just walk around and go in and about wherever you are from your camera to make sure that you have the sound that you want to capture. So if you're standing far away or somewhere around the area that you're not as close to your camera with a shotgun mic like the Rode Video Micro, you're not going to miss out on any of the sound, and you want to make sure that you have the best one. And this one has been great for the budget. It comes in at about $200, but I've gotten it on sale for $120. So be on the lookout for that type of sale, because you never know what you're going to get, and maybe you'll save some money while giving an awesome gift to somebody. And now for our vlogging friends, I'm going to be talking about the Switchpod tripod. The Switchpod tripod is great because it is a sturdy yet very usable tripod for on-the-go vlogging. It has sturdy legs, and it has a really cool little rotation where you can swivel it around to put your camera really fast down, which I think is a great thing to have when it comes down to your vlogging needs and anything on the go that you might want. I wouldn't recommend the Gorilla Joby Pods, just mainly because they're very fragile. Despite of having the nice little bendy legs, they still tend to break quite easily, and I think for having something that's going to be catering to your camera that's probably more than expensive than the Joby Gorilla Pod, you want to have something sturdy, and the Switchpod has really checked off everything on my list, minus not having the bendy legs, but I can survive without that because at least I know my gear will be safe. Speaking about keeping things safe, I want to talk about Peakdesign. Peakdesign has great products when it comes down to keeping your camera gear safe, and also make sure that you can have it with you with anything that you need as well. The first one I want to cover is the Peakdesign clip. The clip is a great thing to have because you can put it onto your backpack, and it's something that you can just go ahead and be able to put your camera there to free up your hands when needed. If you have multiple cameras and you need to go back and forth, this is a great setup to have, because you're able to just put your camera on there while you're shooting another video or photo with it, and then switch back around in case you need to do that to have more efficient content creation for yourself, to be able to not miss a single shot. And now to not miss a single shot, if you have only one camera and you have multiple lenses, the Peakdesign lens holder is a phenomenal thing to have, because at the end of the day, it helps you out to be fast and efficient while having your lenses ready to go whenever you need them. You're able to hold 2 lenses on it, and I think for the price point of this, for about $49, it's really great to have whenever you're not ready to invest into another camera, so that way you can change lenses as fast as you need to, and make sure that you're just having the focal range that you want to make sure to be able to create the best content that you want. And another thing that I think is a great product by Peakdesign is their wrist straps. The wrist straps are phenomenal when it comes down to the safety and the sturdiness of the product, to be able to gift that safety and peace of mind to a friend. This wrist strap is really great and sturdy. I've used it quite a bit now, and I've used it all around Europe and other places, and I've honestly noticed that it's just very sturdy and durable, and I've honestly haven't had any problems with it unclipping or anything like that. I've enjoyed it so much that I've actually got 2 of them, just to make sure that I can have them for other cameras, just to make sure that I have everything met. And if I need to, kind of switch around for cameras, I always have something ready to go to make sure that I have my safety wrist strap on, and I'm not going to drop anything of mine. And moving on to a little bit of the gift of light. The Aperture MC light is a great light to give, because it's an inexpensive light that can pack a punch whenever you need it to. I use it quite a lot as a backlight, but you can also use it as a key light when needed, and you're kind of, in a little bit of a crunch and need to have some sort of lighting to make sure that you're not having too dark of a scene. For me, the MC Light has been a great addition to my arsenal, because it's only about $80 to $100 depending what time of season you get it, but you can do so many things with it because it does RGB color as well as the Kelvin color, so that you can make sure to have different colors or keep it more traditional with the Kelvin type of temperature color. It's a light that won't break the bank, but it will add a big addition to your arsenal, so something that's really great to gift when needed into the holiday season. And finally, the last thing that I'm gonna cover is cleaning kits. The cleaning kits are really great because you're able to give somebody something that'll keep their gear nice and clean and safe. The best thing about it is it's only about $15 to $20 depending which ones you get. And honestly, you can do so much with them because you're making sure that your lens are clear and clean so that you're not missing shots and you're not having those smudges. You're also cleaning your sensor because who knows if you're out and about with dirt. You wanna make sure that everything stays in top shape so that your gear lasts you a lot longer. With any of these gifts, I think you're gonna be able to give something phenomenal to a content creator this year. So hopefully this list helps you out. If you wanna look at any of the gear that I talked about, they're gonna be down below in the description, and they are affiliate links which help me out at no extra cost to you, and I thought I would wanna give that disclosure. That helps out to keep the channel running and making sure I can create these videos that I truly enjoy to make for you guys with just having a small support by clicking a link and getting something through it if you choose to, which goes a long way for me. But with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share this video with a friend. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.